Still in a panic. Now, because it's disappearing ink, the effect is actually not permanent, so we can just go and give it back to him without any issues. So, that that's a clever reference to the original game as well, seeing as in the original game the Edisons were actually being controlled by an evil purple meteor. So yeah, this game does play with its own, like it does turn its ear on itself several times. So one thing that we have to do here is just go grab these keys. Now, this is because out the very front of the mansion, there is a carjacker who's trying to break into this car, and if you give him, hey, there's Dad, cousin Ted there. If you actually give him the keys, then what he'll do is that he'll give you the crowbar, and we can use that to break into a vending machine. So let's go give him the keys here. Indeed. The watch me thing is actually a bit of a hint for what is to come later in the game. So that is one thing that we need to get from the crowbar. That is the crowbar with a dime stuck in it. And now we pick that up. And then to get the dime, we have to chew it. Bernard plays mean bubbles. Now, back to this novelty sales convention. So there is actually a bit of a gag there, and I'll just let it show itself. Um, yeah. So the guy that we're speaking to specializes in selling these novelty cigars, which explode when you use them. So, Havana babies on me. So he pulls out the gun and he lights a cigar. And wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Boom! Mhm, mhm. Alright, so now we need to switch that gun. So we actually need to switch it with the cigar lighter. Now I believe we have to use this lighter on. Hold on. Ah, hang on. Now I remember. We need to get to Laverne to pop Jose the Clown. So the lighter is actually going to be used with Hoagie, so we'll go and send that over to him. The next thing, I guess, for us to do is to so we actually have to go and break into this vending machine. This is going to go on for a little while. Much, much, much later. So we've got a lot of quarters there. This is going to become very important later on with Laverne's part of the story. So we need to use these 2 times to deal with this person who's sleeping on this bed. So this bed has actually got a sweater on it, and we need that sweater later on in the game because we'll need to shrink it. What we eventually have to do is that we have to actually this is something we can do now, but what we have to do is that we have to put Weird's hamster through a ice machine and leave it there for 200 years and get Laverne to pick it up, and she'll need it to run a power generator, and part of the process of throwing it out is actually going to involve using this sweater. So we take this dime and yeah, so I guess the bigger picture on this is that in order for the sweater to fit the hamster, we're going to have to put the sweater into the dryer where it's going to be sitting there. Like the dryer is going to be running for 200 years using the quarters that we just collected. So we take this. Sorry, we need to open up this ice machine here and go put the hamster in that. I'd say that being frozen like that is almost worse than being exploded. So let's close that. And now we're going to have to go downstairs into the laundry and you get this sweater thing going. So we're going to open the dryer, put the sweater in, and it's just going to keep going and going and going. And that's going to be running for the next 200 years. So I think that's all we can do for Bernard for now. So we'll switch back to Hoagie. We need to go upstairs and grab this red paint. Let's see if we can send it over to Bernard, because we will actually need it for something. So, the IRS has Dr. Fred being held captive over, um, you know, various financial problems that have happened since um, the success of Maniac Mansion. So what we should do is we need to go downstairs and paint dead cousin Ted red and then swap him with Fred Edison. So we do that. So what we're going to have to end up doing is that we're going to have to do a switcheroo with Dr. Fred and Dead Cousin Ted so that we can get Dr. Fred out of his predicament and, not catch the IRS agents. So we're going to pick up this rope and then we're going to use the rope with Dr. Fred. So let's push him. Ah. So with the rope now hanging, over the front of the mansion, we just go over to where Ted is, and then we tie it up to him. So now that's done, what we can do is that we can actually, we should be able to pull the rope. So, yeah. So it's gonna flick him up. And he's just gonna rocket into the sky. And with Dead Cousin Ted up there, what we can do is that we can now switch his places with Dr. Fred. So, let's do that. This is funny. I like that. So now we're going to have to tie the rope to Dr. Fred and pull him down to the ground. So we go full rope. Alright, so now this is the final part of the Dr. Fred puzzle. So we're gonna have to rejuvenate him with some coffee.